Hey everyone, it's that wonderful time of the year again where I talk about my very own pedalboard that I use live. My pedalboard tends to change with every season, it seems, and it never stays the same for too long. However, this time I really feel that I've got something good going here, so I want to share this setup with you and talk a bit about it, because I've posted quite a few pictures on the socials of this board, and some people have asked, "Hey Erik, what's going on there, and what's that, and what's that, and how's that working, and so. So why not talk about it properly in a YouTube video, because that's what the YouTubes are for, you know, talking about gear and showing tasteless licks. That's what this channel is all about. So it all starts with this Yamaha Attitude Limited 3 bass. It's been my main bass since 2016. And I absolutely love this instrument. So this bass has a dual output, so therefore I need two wireless units. I'm using the Line 6 Relay G70. It has quite a few outputs. Here on the left side you got two standard outputs and a buffered tuner output. This one also has a tuner built in if you want to use that. It also has an XLR output on the top, which I'm using mainly when I'm recording, so that I get a clean DI signal as well, along with my pedalboard tone. So let's start off with the P pickup setup, the upper one here, the green one. So the P pickup goes from output A of the G70 into input number 1 of the Line 6 HX Stomp. In the HX Stomp, it goes through the upper signal path here, and I've got a few things going here, which I'll run through right now, as a matter of fact. So first off, we got the dual pitch. So I'm mainly using the dual pitch for a nice and warm chorus type sound. I've got it set for plus 10 cents on one of the pitches and minus 5 cents on the second one. That gives you that nice warm out of tuneness that you want with your chorus. I've also assigned a few parameters to the second controller here, so it turns into a pitch shift thingy, which with some distortion can really get you fired from any band, really, if you want to. So that's the dual pitch feature. I'm mainly using it for the chorus. The octave up thingy is just for some lead stuff whenever I need to do that. Then we're going into the left effects loop of the HX Stomp, and there we got some tasty stuff going. First up, we're going into the ultimate Billie Jean signature drive from EBS. There's without it. So I'm mainly using it as a tube screamer, like most guitar players do with their heavy saturated amps, to drive the distortion of the next pedal a bit more and to give me some of that sweet, nice, woody mid-range that I love. As some of you might have noticed already, a few of the pedals are tilted to the left. That is not a political statement. It's mainly because I need to squeeze all this on this fine board, and these foot switches are the ones that I need to reach with my foot whenever I'm playing live, so therefore they are tilted this way. It all makes sense in a way. The EBS has a boost function if you want some extra insanity going. So I got it set for the minimum amount of gain, and like I said, I'm using it mainly to shape the distortion of the next pedal, which is the Suncoast BC3 XL. So I'm going out from the EBS into input number 1 of the Suncoast, and there we got channel 1 going, which has a clean channel here and a distortion channel there. So now it's just a clean channel, which has a bit of dirt in it thanks to the EBS, and that's the way I like it. And using this foot switch, I can engage the distortion. And this external foot switch allows me to keep my pedalboard by my rig, because I've had way too many drunken guys mainly coming up and saying, "That looks cool, Cash," and you know, almost spilling beer. So that saves me a bit of money and saves me the headache. So like I said, from the EBS I'm going into input 1 of the Suncoast BC3 XL, then I'm going back into the effects loop thingy of the HX Stomp. Then in the HX Stomp we've got the Rochester compressor going. It is the Ashley audio compressor. Without it. And then we got some low and high cut going. Here's without it. That almost makes a decent bass tone on its own, but with it and with the low and high cut engaged, I remove basically all of the low end and quite a bit of the treble frequencies. I got it set for 4.2 kilohertz here. Then it goes into the 2 notes cab M, which then goes straight to the front of house. And in the 2 notes cab M, I've got the Ampeg B15 cabinet going. And that's the signal path of the precision style pickup for this pedalboard. Next, let's move to neck position pickup. So that pickup goes as well into its own Line 6 Relay G70. And then we're going into the Dark Glass Hyperluminal compressor, which is one of my all-time favorite compressors. I've got it set for the bus mode. I've got some clean signal actually going still on the tone, so it's not all the compressed signal that's going into the next pedal. Really love the supersymmetry. I love the meter. Just having meters on your pedalboard is something that I really enjoy, because that helps you if something goes wrong. You can always find, okay, I got signal going here, I got lead leading up here, and I got signal there. Yeah, I know it sounds silly, but it actually helps when you're troubleshooting on a dark stage. Anyways, here is without the supersymmetry. And here's with it. Then from the Hyperluminal, I'm going into the EBS Octabass. It is a great octave pedal. I got it set for the low mode, and yeah, you can really do some damage with it. Here's without it. Here's with it. So it's just a great octave pedal in my humble opinion. Then we're going into input number 2 of the Suncoast BC3 XL. That's the lowermost signal path here. As you can see, I've got the limiter dialed a bit up. The limiter is really useful for actually keeping those lows in check when you're playing loud through, you know, your rig or through a PA. I've taken this bad boy with me to work and tried out through the PA that we got at the school where I teach, and just using the limiter I can really shape the tone in a really nice and useful way, I must say. So big props to the Suncoast BC3 XL for that. So here's without the limiter. I should demonstrate. Here's with it. Here's with the limiter and the octabass engaged. Here's without the limiter and the octabass. So as you can hear, it really keeps the octabass in check there. I hope I didn't break anything now. Anyways, from the Suncoast BC3 XL and the lowermost channel here, we're going into the right input of the HX Stomp, and then we got the lowermost signal path going then. So there it all starts off with a delay, which I got set for a full mix and a 5 millisecond time. This might seem odd, but this actually helps a bit with the phase cancellation, and if you're running 2 separate amps, this can really be useful. So it's a nice and nifty trick that I picked up from Mr. John Willis. Thank you, John, for teaching me all of this stuff. I hope I don't butcher your knowledge too much. Anyways, so again, here's with the delay. Here's without it, so you can't hear it with just one pickup, but if you engage the P pickup, here's without it. Here's with it. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but to my ears it works, so that's why I'm keeping it. Then we got actually a disengaged lock. It's a low cut, which I got set for 65 Hertz. The HX Stomp is really useful live, especially when you're playing like big boomy stages, because you can really, you know, fine tune and find those pesky frequencies that tend to make everything rattle and rumble and whatnot. So that's why it's there. I can use it if I need to. So I'm not using it at the moment, but here's what this sounds like without it. Here's with it. So yeah, quite a bit of the sub frequencies get lost that way, which can be really helpful. Then we're going into the 2 notes cab M as well with this signal path. The cab M is connected to the right output of the HX Stomp, and I got the left output here going for whenever I'm using a amp and cab. Live I use the Darkglass Alpha Omega 900 amp with the ISP decimator in the effects loop. The cab M just got a nice and nifty new update a few weeks back, which contained a real nice and useful noise gate, which really blew me away. I'm really happy with how the 2 notes has evolved with the latest update. All of this is being powered by the Chuck's DC7 power supply, which has the Strymon OJ attached to it. So we got 2 power supplies running. Both the HX Stomp and the BC3 XL are 2 thirsty units, and the DC7 does a great job at providing the power to those nice pedals. So with all that being said, that's my live setup for this year. Hopefully I will get to use this live soon enough. We'll see whenever the restrictions are eased here in Sweden. Hopefully I will get to use this at least with my band soon enough, and just, you know, practice with them. That would be amazing. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. So with all this being said, I hope you enjoyed this little pedalboard explanation video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and leave a comment if you're thinking of something. If I forgot to mention anything and talk about something, leave a comment. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys and gals in the next video. Take care.